Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the Beautiful next week spoilers. Brooke busted by Taylor and Liam fights his fate. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for next week. Show Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McKinn's Wood, having a very strong reaction to Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, death sentence. Also, there's some huge guest stars for the latest Forrester Creations fashion show, and another big and heated showdown between Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Len. We have got so much to talk about for the week of April 21st. So, as this past week on Bold and the Beautiful closed out, we saw Liam Spencer check himself out of the hospital. I had somebody here asking in the comments, why didn't they stop him? Why did they let that happen? That's called ANA, against medical advice. Anybody who's in the hospital can get up and walk out, even if the doctors say you shouldn't go. Unless they have a court order to stop you, you can walk out, even if it's a bad idea, even if they know you're going to walk out and just drop dead. So yes, Liam could do what he did. People do it. It's not that smart, but it happens. Of course, Dr. Grace Buckingham and Dr. Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, tried to stop him. They were pleading with Liam Spencer to stay, but it was no use. He was determined that he was not going to miss Kelly Spencer's, Sophia Perez McKinley, daddy-daughter dance. When Finn, Tanner Novlin, got to the hospital, Grace and Bridget told Finn the shocking news about Liam's latest scans. So, Finn was stunned to learn that Liam has a large mass in his brain. It's inoperable and fatal. The brain bleed was not the cause of Liam's issues, but a symptom of an underlying undiagnosed condition. Obviously, that alarmed Finn, Grace, and Bridget. The dizziness and the blurred vision he had at Bill Spencer's, Don Diamond, are from this tumor, and Liam's dying from it. Finn is completely shocked. Last week on Friday, he kept trying to call and message Liam Spencer. Finn needed to let him know that something's wrong and to get him back to the hospital. After Finn made several attempts and didn't get an answer from Liam, he switched over to texting Steffy Forrester. Finn told her the sad news about Liam's diagnosis. Now, I'm pretty sure that Finn broke high PA privacy laws by letting her know about the bombshell in Liam's brain. However, I will defend and say that if Steffy is Liam's emergency contact, maybe he had signed one of the HIPAA release forms. You guys probably have done this. I signed one so that my doctor can tell my husband anything about my test results or anything. It's fairly common. So that all happened right as Steffy was playing music to kind of set up a little home dance for Liam and Kelly. That's because Liam got there too late to take Kelly to her dance. Liam was really struggling to stay upright. I said I thought he might keel over at the dance. They didn't even make it to the dance, and he's looking pretty bad. We'll see if he actually keels completely over on Monday's episode. He tried to make it look like a dance move, but Liam's barely staying upright. Next week on Bold and the Beautiful, Finn gets back home to the Malibu beach house, and he's talking to Steffy, who's in tears. Clearly, Liam is not in the room when Finn gives Steffy these scary details from the latest scans. Steffy is stunned also because she thought Liam was doing better. The last time Steffy visited him at the hospital, she heard that things were improving. They looked promising. That's what Finn thought too. But they also had all been told that they were waiting on the latest scans and test results. Of course, they have this neurological team working on the case that we don't get to see. And these scans were really dire. They are a death sentence for Liam. So, Steffy tells Finn she thinks Liam needs to hear this terrible news from her. Normally it should come from a doctor because, you know, it's medical information. But it looks like Steffy is going to be the one to break it to him. Liam listens, and after Steffy breaks the news, Liam says he's not going to accept this death sentence. Now, I will say I feel very strongly Bold and the Beautiful is not going to kill off Liam Spencer. Not unless Scott Clifton is quitting the show. I don't see it happening. I want to address something else from the comments real quick. I've seen a few people insisting that Scott Clifton just signed a new multi-year contract, and so did Don Diamond, Bill Spencer. Just to be clear, this is not true. There's an old 2023 story from Soaps in Depth and Soap Digest about those two getting new contracts, but it's being passed around like it's brand new. People are seeing old stuff and thinking it's new, plus a clickbait site is saying it's new because they didn't do their homework. This same thing happened during the Eric Forrester death story, and that site got named and shamed by the author they forced to write it. So take stuff like that with a grain of salt, or check it out, or ask me and I will. One red flag is why would B&B would confirm a multi-year contract during a death sentence story. So yeah, that's clickbait stuff. Obviously, they want us to think Liam's really going to die. There's probably going to be an 11th hour miracle cure that saves him. It'll be similar to what went on with Eric Forrester, John McCook. Bridget Forrester and Finn found a cure for Eric Forrester. So, those two and Grace and the neuro team may find some experimental procedure that saves the day. Despite all the sadness next week on Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi Forrester has to put on her business face. She's got to schmooze with special guests at a Forrester Creations fashion show. They've got celebrity guests, Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt, reality stars, and she's a pop star now. Steffi says it's good to see them. We're also going to see social media influencer Markel Washington at the show backstage. Eric Forrester is telling Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Christine Williams, in a crossover from Young and the Restless, the show is going to bring a little mystery and a little magic. Then there's major backstage drama. Taylor Hayes has another intense confrontation with Brooke Logan in the dressing room of the fashion show. Things get heated. Taylor Hayes slams the door. She shuts Brooke Logan into a room with her. She looks very annoyed with Taylor, and Brooke is in another robe, kind of like she was the other day in the CEO office. So we'll see if Taylor's mad because Brooke's trying to sneak up on Ridge Forrester in her undies again. Or maybe it's more innocent. Could be Brooke's going to be on the catwalk in a Brooke's bedroom design. Although, the designs I saw on the catwalk in the promo, they'll look like couture gowns, the ones that Ridge designs. Bold and the Beautiful gets pretty dark and sad next week when Liam Spencer gets this crushing news. Taylor Hayes, of course, is cornering Brooke Logan, and Steffi's breaking down. We've got special guests, all that stuff. Sweeps kicks off Thursday, April 24th, so big action from then till deep into May, almost through the end of the month.